So back in the video where I showed off my long swords on Long Night of Solace mod, near the end I promised that I was going to upload in my next video a super carrier, completely flyable. Now while I am still working on that, it's not done yet, so really quickly, here's another snippet of what's to come. While the super carrier may not be yet in a state where I want to show it off, today I've got something else awesome for you, and that is the Covenant Corvette. Fully flyable, of course, and with some unique and interesting weapons. So let's hop on into my space sandbox. So here we are back on the space sandbox, and I have got a beautiful Covenant Corvette for you. And if you keep watching a little bit into the video, I've got a surprise involving these 4 UNSC frigates. So first of all, this here is the Corvette I'll be flying. This in the game files is the model actually used in the distance for the Corvette. It's a low detail model. Now originally this did not look very good, but I've gone ahead and taken the shaders, aka the material here, for the high quality Corvette, the one you actually find in game that you fly onto and that you destroy in the mission Long Night of Solace. And I've added that nice purple Covenant sheen from that, and I've added it to this model here, and I think it looks quite nice. You can see the glassing cannon here glowing and everything. It is quite a sight to behold. Now let's go ahead and hop into this thing. Spawn myself a new one and let's hop inside. So we hold RB to pilot the Corvette, and here we are. Now it's interesting to note that I do have a couple of weapons here I'll show you in a second, but the sound effects as usual are on point. These are the real genuine Corvette sound effects. The visuals on the back here, these engine effects, are what you see on the mission when you're flying in to board and destroy the Corvette. These are the proper effects. I've positioned them correctly to make this look and feel as accurate and realistic as possible. Now it is really a sight to behold to see this Covenant Corvette from behind. It's pretty interesting. You can get some really good angles as you're flying around, especially if you boost. You can hit some sweet turns. But let's start moving on to the weapons here. So first and foremost, this thing has the proper Covenant Corvette cannons. As you can hear and see here, these things are pretty powerful. These are the actual Corvette cannons that you'll find the elites piloting and firing off on the mission Long Night of Solace. I didn't have to do any custom work on these. These are the genuine real thing here, and I love them. They're so powerful. Your whole screen shakes when you fire them. It's awesome. So as for that surprise, well, first of all, I'm going to fire some of these at the frigates here in a second. But before I do, I did happen to make some modifications to that glassing beam from my cruiser video. And if you haven't seen that cruiser video, well, what are you doing? That's one of my favorite videos I've made recently. Totally worth checking out if you haven't seen it yet. But let's go ahead and fire this weapon here. As you can see, that was a very fast burst glassing beam. And if you notice, there were some subtle visual differences from the one I put on the cruiser. I made the plasma a lot more blue to signify a difference there and to make it look more similar to the Halo 3 glassing beam. So let's fire that one again. And you can bet we'll be going into theater mode after this to check that out in a very nice beauty shot. But as for that surprise I was talking about, well, let's go ahead and fire our main Corvette cannons at some of these UNSC frigates, which I have lovingly added some very simple destruction physics to. Yes, these are the real UNSC frigate vehicles from my flyable UNSC frigate video. And yes, I am going to make them all destroyable. So I fired a couple rounds into there with my terrible aim, and boom, just like that, we get an obliterated UNSC frigate. The destruction effects are still basic, but if my Extinction Pelican and other dropships or anything to go off of, these destruction effects are going to get a lot more detailed and interesting as time goes on. But yeah, that thing's destroyed. It won't be respawning. It's gone. We can fire these missiles at another frigate right here and get this thing all nice and blown up as well. And once we do, we will get rewarded with that very beautiful explosion. That does not get old. Now as for this last one, let's say we glass it out of existence. So while that one despawns over there that we destroyed, I say we position ourselves right above this last frigate and we open up fire with that glassing cannon. Let's hope we're at the proper height. Yeah, we totally missed. Okay, after missing that first shot, let's see if we can nail it on this shot. Oh yeah, we did not miss that time. Point blank glassing with the Covenant Corvette. Now that I've added destruction physics to the frigate, I've got to add them to all the other vehicles and make them a lot more detailed, because I'm not gonna lie, glassing another vehicle out here is very satisfying. So how about we go hop into theater mode and we see that from a much better angle. So here we are in theater mode, and I have to say, this Corvette is truly beautiful. Say what you want, but I think Covenant architecture is awesome, and this ship has some of the best. Seeing this thing flying around, shining with that Covenant purpley blue sheen, firing off a whole bunch of those Corvette missiles is awesome. Seeing these engines firing, seeing it flying around, I honestly can't get enough of this. I think this is the best looking ship out of the bunch. So I think this is the part where I go ahead and start firing onto these frigates here. Oh, I'm mistaken. This is the part where I fire the glassing beam. So let's see if we can't get a good angle of this. Ooh, there it goes, firing all the way down. That is beautiful. I have it set right now where the beam will only do an impact damage explosion, a custom one that I created, when it impacts into a proper vehicle or an object. So you'll see here, while it does look awesome, while it does look beautiful, this thing is going to do its real damage once I fire it onto one of these frigates. All right, here's the money shot. The Corvette firing its main cannons onto these frigates here. Real life, the beginning anyway, of real life Halo Reach space combat. Oof, this is depressing. You can see my bad aim there, but oh man, that is beautiful. And what a sense of scale too. The Corvette is so much larger than these other UNSC frigates here. That is spectacular. And now the Corvette comes flying, turning all the way around, approaching its next target, firing onto this other poor UNSC frigate. This little thing stands no chance against the power of the Corvette here. One more shot. Oh yeah, I cannot wait to enhance those destruction effects for the next video. But man, that just looks so good. And if you've watched this far and you really want to play this mod, it is currently available to my patrons, but it will be available as a full public release in the coming, I'd say, month or so, as I have so many other projects that I'm working on right now. All right, let's see this in all of its glory. As I miss my first shot, I line up this next one. Wow, right through the core. That is just beautiful. Oh man, I can see the possibilities for space combat with this, and it is awesome. If you are enjoying this video and you want to see more Halo mods, go ahead and subscribe. I upload awesome mods and even modding tutorials if you're interested. And do be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave some comments for suggestions down below. But that has been the core of this video, and I hope that you enjoyed. As always, this video is made possible by my awesome patrons at patreon.com/RejectedShotgun. To my amazing and dedicated shotguns, thank you very much to Borg's Pony, Drunk Rusky, Jake Wicks, Jarrett Petrie, Jordan Salegi, Joshua Kramer, Noah Vanderveer, Rhino Cowboy, Spartan 8181, Storm GC10, Tattle Turtle, Travis Johnson, and Turtle Sauce. As always, your eternal support makes me so happy. And to my Halo modders and to my content creators, I hope you guys are enjoying your exclusive early sneak peeks at my mod projects, and I can't thank you enough for what you're doing by supporting me and what I'm doing here on YouTube, making Halo mods for the Halo community as a whole.